Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'll need that much more time, but I appreciate the extra. But my name is Kevin Hanna. I'm a lifelong resident of Covington. This is my 44th year of teaching, and will be my last one, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever. But I went all through Covington schools, graduated from Covington High School in 1971. And I do feel, as Ms. Dooley said, that Covington High School is a jewel of the Western Highlands, and we certainly feel that way as teachers in Covington. I do represent members of the Virginia Education Association, local branch called the Covington Education Association. It is the largest public union in Virginia for public employees. There are a few competing other unions. Is there anybody here from the Virginia Teachers Association to speak tonight? So I guess I'm the one. So I appreciate this time. Our members, through the faculty reps passing their ideas along to the officers of the CEA, they've expressed several concerns. And if these concerns, you can call them obstacles, if these obstacles aren't circumvented or turned into not obstacles, then I feel that you should and indeed must not continue this discussion. But one thing, certainly underneath the equalization, generally speaking, I know it depends on what step you're on, but for the most part, Covington teachers make, on average, about $2,000 more per year than Allegheny does. And you're going to have to equalize that, or their morale is going to be so horrible that the joint school system is just not going to succeed. You know, I certainly would not want to have to go in with that bear on my back, realizing that I'm not held in as much esteem as the ones in Covington. So that is something that must be brought up to even. And as Ms. Dooley said, what's going to happen to Covington teachers? We have our own goals to try and increase our salaries and benefits. Are we going to be frozen while Allegheny is brought up to our level? Also, benefits. To be specific, Covington pays quite a bit for full family coverage. As far as I know, Allegheny only does single coverage. That's quite a bit of money that must be brought up. Are we going to be brought back down to single coverage, or are they going to be brought up to full family? And that's something that's going to take quite a bit more money than just the salary equalization. Also, under funding, it's been mentioned transportation. You know, Covington is much more dense. We have 1 or 2 buses that we use, and that's going to have to be decided among this future board. They're going to have to allocate resources to get Covington's students to their particular place. Also, under funding. How is the state going to provide more money beyond what they do for standards of quality funding, which is how they allocate money? And as Mr. Clements said, they really don't pay enough anyway, because standards of quality is like a bare minimum that really no system in the state actually funds at that level. Everybody does more than that. So how are they going to go above and beyond what they already don't do themselves? Is it going to be legal for them to provide money other than what the statute of the SOQs are going to have? There are also concerns about class size. You know, I teach chemistry in Covington. I have 13 students. Next semester I'll have 14. If you compare that with Allegheny, it's much, much higher. We have a pretty good, low class size in Covington. We feel that we give our students great individual attention. And we don't know if that's true in a bigger system where everything is lumped together. That's our fear. Class size will go up. There are concerns about the equity of this future board. Is Covington going to have an equal number of participants in this joint board that's going to be presented? Or are we going to constantly be on the back foot, having less membership, less power in the votes, to allocate resources for our students in Covington? There's concerns about curriculum. We, as teachers in Covington, we went to visit other school systems that had new ideas about teaching, and we decided that that new tech and things similar to that the project-based learning school-wide was not for our students. It has some good things, and the English department and other curricula, they have decided to present and implement in their curriculum some project-based learning. But we don't feel that that's for one cookie cutter for the entire student body. So that's another concern that's going to have to be figured out when you bring the two together. So in summary, our members are worried about equity, we're worried about advancing, we're worried about our students getting a fair shake, and we're worried about this idea of having a board that is going to present the needs and take into account the needs of our students at Covington. Thank you.
Thank you.